rush of today is going to be just 30 minutes, and this time around, no Nefties, no Grogan, and we're going to be using... Well, I was thinking about using this team, but I noticed that your boost is a little bit too little with this much attack, so therefore you don't get the full stack, and therefore you don't deal that much damage. So we're actually going to go for a slight different team, where we go for the Agorius team, but still with Wolyung, which is kind of fun. I'll be showcasing the runes at the start rather than at the end, so that's just different kind of vibe this time around. So we have speed ups both sides over here, and then also speed up both sides over here. And we do actually have a crit damage one on this. This thing is gonna fucking hurt though. And the chilling is just on swift, will, and then really fast. And this one you need shield set somewhere, so that one will be shield. So in this case, we're not using Grogans of any kind of sort. We will be using this team over here, that team. Zyros team is currently... Let's actually give one rune to the Zyros. Oh, Zyros is completely not runed. Sure, we're not using Zyros. These two teams will be used, this team will be used, and then the teams at the bottom. And this one only not really, because this one I did test it. It's actually not that great. Does no Grogans, do they even matter? Isn't no Nefties the big one? That's actually kind of true. Like, Nefties is the big one. Grogan could easily be replaced by a Zyros. That's 100% true. This one, can I do this with... I could actually... If I do this and I switch you to an Hanwoo, then I could actually hit this. Well, can I though? No, it's going to do too little damage. I would actually need a Deborah to make Hanwoo do damage, because I tested it last week. This Hanwoo does about 106k with Deborah. Without Deborah, it's only like about 50-ish k. So 50-ish k would be too little on killing this, most likely. So yeah, let's see what we're rushing with and what we're dealing with today. Your double Kaki is an option. I'm curious to see, can you kill this in one hit? 66k on that? These things have too much damage if you put some actual stats to them. Yeah, and these things definitely do have some damage. Kinda don't want to use that hit for you over there. I didn't think Hanwoo could get a buff, since it's yeah, that's the thing. I think Hanwoo should get a buff where he gets Awakening removed from crit rate, and his Awakening should go into his S2, and then completely rework the S2. I actually did hit this one before. I can actually clear it with this team. It looks kind of weird, but this is actually clearable for this. I lack a little bit of damage on this kill over here. It stacks the Nem, but it doesn't matter. I can tap this in one hit, and then I can clear this one. And then from here, it's just... The Agorius is actually a little bit on the tanky side. These things deal absolutely no damage, and then I can just clean up from here. He does, or both of them do actually lack crit rate the moment that I don't have crit buff, but with the crit buff, it is there, of course. I like to call him an Agorius. This is the Siri build. I think I can actually hit this as well. It is a little bit tricky though. Because if I miss crit, I will lack a lot of damage. And I think in this case, the simplest thing that you want to do is just kill this thing twice. Ow. Well, that's gonna be an issue. I think in that case, we still do this. I kind of expected you to kill over there. Well, then you kill. Thank you. That was a little bit weird. Well, this thing is really nice because his S1 is really good rather than his S2 being really good. Therefore, he always, every turn, does a good bit of damage. So therefore I like him more than a Sonya. But you could use Sonya on that team as well. It is definitely an option. Not sure if would I be able to kill this? No, I think that would have too much damage down stuff. But still, I am kind of tempted. We're having fun in this one anyway, so just kind of limit testing how much I can deal in damages and that kind of stuff. Yeah, in that case I would actually have to double tap it, which is not that much of an issue. It just makes the hit a little bit slow though. If we can crit this, too bad. But does this kill? Serious also, like, it's so sad that she has issues stacking, but the moment she's stacked, she's just so crazy strong. She starts rocking in so much damage. If you don't have her, then I would just go for the water version of it. It's the simplest trade. Either a Sonya or the water version of her. I think the water version of her is probably best option. Because that one doesn't care about elements. These things hurt. Nice disperse them. Nice disperse them. Freaking engines everywhere. This chilling also hurts. Jeez. 8k per hit. No death breaker. That is some damage. What outspeed is? Only issue I see is that a Samath on a full-on rage build could do a lot of damage. Don't really want to test that out. Congrats on the siege. Thank you. 91k. And that thing, quite the menace right there. Well, with a slow, we're not gonna do as much damage. Barely even any damage. Yeah, that's the thing with this unit on the right. You need a lot of speed gap over your opponent to make it work. Would I be able to hit this? I think I boost enough where I can. It is definitely tricky though, but I kind of want to find out. So, I don't think the Tianlang would cut this, but the Laura might, and Laura doesn't. You can kill this, and I kill this. And then it's a bit of a bruiser fight. Oh, it's Despair. Okay, well, that definitely explains why it did not cut. Would you put this team with the Despair? Oh, that's actually kind of tanky Tianlang right there. But it's kind of funny that this still works against it. Thank you for the bonus for the siege prediction. No worries, no worries. I'll gladly take the extra, or the 100 extra crystals from all of the people that voted Aftermath EU. Yeah, it's funny how Tianlang doesn't counter me. Like, I boost with the Wolyung, I give bar to the Tianlang, but I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, kind of countering me, but not really. It's definitely fairly noticeable that the damage without speed buff is so much less than with. Evening. Well, definitely not able to hit Leo devs with this, because then I would do absolute 0 damage. Ooh, that's a full-on rage one. Playlist fucking fire. It is. I think you would technically do more damage on that. Chilling into this is actually kind of good too, because you will strip the attack buff. You have very good odds to strip the attack buff. Have you gotten 10 wins on the challenge arena? Yes, I did. Actually, I saw that yesterday on Donnie's stream. Donnie was just telling everyone's like, all queue up at the same time and just leave. And that shit actually went super fast. I can outspeed this guy. Was it hard? It took some time. It kind of depends on RNG. Ooh, this one, I'm not fully in tune apparently. This one apparently is pretty darn fast, it seems. Okay, I don't have attack buff, speed buff right now, which is definitely an issue, but that's one way to do things, I guess. RNG of fire or pigs? Both. Yes. Yeah, this guy apparently a bit fast. I don't really have faster runes for you. You're already sitting on a pretty fast set. But yeah, Dark Gojo teams, always very good. Yang seems very bad. He's not that great now. But I can't fully outspeed him. Do I want to test this? Can I survive as a math full on though? That's kind of the issue. I don't think I survive as a math full on with this. I could have made you faster if I were to put the shield rune somewhere else. That would have been a decent option to do. Maybe for the next time I should do that. I did think that I calculated it right where it would have been in tune, but apparently didn't do that correct. So 41, Blank 182, Good Charlotte. Yep, that's the good playlist always. Navraja with the Reflect. No, in that case, that's a little bit tricky because I have to kill 2 units that are annoying. Would you recommend Nyx on defense? It's definitely not bad. Yeah, that's kind of bad, I guess. Yeah, I can get outsped. Okay, thank you for derping. Don't do... Without the attack buff, not enough damage. He has some damage on that one. Interesting. Yeah, it's hard to full speed tune this, it seems. Because your set is definitely not bad. Don't think... Oh wait, I think I have a slight bit higher on speed effects on left side. 23. Yeah, let's actually do this. Slight bit better on the 2 of them. Interesting defense. Wait, Loki, I feel like I can hit this, kill that. And then these two, I would just kill on skill once while being provoked. That actually nearly did survive it. That's a lot of shield sets the kind sir has. Okay, it's a little bit tricky though. If that thing would have started proccing and doing more damage, then could have ended in a fairly bad fight. This little pumpkin man also does good damage. Loki, I want to try it. I do have will runes on the two of them to hit Amduets anyways, so might as well give it a chance to hit an Amduet. Even still outspeed the Amduet. Would chilling Tableau Kali work? Yeah, that could work, it could work. It's just kind of hard to tune everything, that's the main thing. You need pretty substantial runes to make that all in tune and stuff. Plus, if you only have one nuker, what are you gonna do if there is a Vanessa? That's a little bit the issue. Well, with the Tableau you can get multiple turns, that's true. But yeah, the main issue is, can you tune everything after a fast chilling? That's the main difficulty that you will be looking at. Ooh, is this a speed? Nope. Please be a slot 2. Why are you always some shit? Someone tried. I appreciate you trying, sir. You're a good trier. Pally also second nuke. That is true, though. That is actually true. See a lot of teams like this. I guess that this is the new meta or something. He's actually super slow. If you're super slow, you might be on a lot of HP. Not enough HP to survive that. How does the passive of this thing exactly works? Like, does he mitigate an X amount of damage? And then I can still do damage if I over damage that or something? Because I did a 10k hit on that first one where I thought he was supposed to fully mitigate it. Okay, so I mitigate a bit. Okay, fair. I think we double killed the DS in this. Or just tap this first. And then kill this. Wait, Despair Triton. That's so weird, man. Stop being so weird. Stun the Despair Triton. It's funny where his skill, or like his end is one without speed buff, 10k, as one with speed buff, 61k. Okay. All-time favorite band here. Good stuff, good stuff. Well, let's keep him in mind that he is dead. We could potentially kill that unit twice. Ooh, that's actually... Oh, this thing has speed lead too. That's actually true. Interesting. I'm not sure how annoying that thing would be against me. I think it might actually be somewhat annoying. Yeah, that guy drops quite a bit. Okay, would I take the chance for... Nah, killing Gojo twice. We could have done it, but it would be a little bit tricky. This team is not an issue. Even if I miss one of the two, the other one would clean up and then it's still super fine. This team has too good of skill ones. We're gonna arena placements, drinking beers. That's a really good combination. I like that. Tab it. Light Seer for Water Seer for those fights? I could, yeah, but it's not ruined up. But I could totally do that, yeah. Okay, what's the main danger? Definitely the Zhongsheng Lower on the right side. And then let's just do you, otherwise it might take a little bit of time. We also got Stanley with a Pyrimer. Thank you very much. Give me those buffs. You don't need those buffs. Ooh, that's some shenanigans right there. Maybe should have killed the Laura instead of trying to clear faster. Because of speed buff, slows, blah blah blah. Nice stun. Mr. Agarius with the stunner. It's not Agarius. I don't care. Last man with a primer. Thank you very much. Well, we remember that this guy was on the bad build. Beep, beep. Exactly, this pair stunned the same unit again. Stun it back. Pretty much a full repeat of how the last fight happened. This unit is the stall unit himself, man. You taking it out. She still gives me Fire Emblem vibes. And then I'm talking the old Fire Emblem, like the SNES games and stuff. I think Lucky might be kind of fast. Too sure about his speeds. This one we could definitely do. Well, issue is who's gonna kill the Laura though if the Laura's fast? Because I need speed gap on the Laura. Okay, never mind. Laura's fast. Never mind. Also the Laura dirt. You technically have more speed. Did not fully kill. Should not be hitting this. At least not in this way. Ooh, that's a pretty good stun right there. And that thing was pretty squish. Well, that's the point. We start lapping. Mananan offense suggestions. Yeah, don't. That's my suggestion right there. Not recommended. I think we got twice on the Zhongsheng Allower. I think that's probably best play. Well, if I were to miss crits over here, it might actually end up kind of bad. I actually missed crit on both. But you lap. Thank you. Expected that. He rots in storage. Yeah, he's not really the craziest of units out there now. Are we back on passive already? Well, in that case, let's just take you out. So you can't proc a passive. Easy life. Easy life. Oh wait, this one was actually kind of tricky. Oh, what we could also do is this. You have no damage. Sure that this would lower my damage output by a lot, but you have no damage, and that's a lot safer. That's 100,000 times safer even. You still have speed scaling, you just don't have to ignore defense scaling anymore. Getting a lot of hits from the same people. Let's do a quick switch. The last 5 minutes. If we can find the units fast enough. You, and you. Oh wait, this one we could hit, yep. It's definitely not super fast clears, but it's able to clear a good bit of the defenses out there. And that's always nice as well. Freaking stupid ass slow. And stun. Okay, chilling damage. A lot of teams out there which I end up with a fight against these two. I like stealing your attack buff. No, you had the attack buff and everything. Oh, you still had passive anyways. My guts is telling that there's another rank 2 incoming. I actually got 4 rank 2s in a row at the moment. But it's very might well be around that same shenanigans. Yeah, it's kind of getting close on it. Also seeing a lot of people I haven't hit yet, so I'm not 100% confident / sure that I can hit them. Let's take you out. Let's take you out. Okay, Chilling just deleted that unit. What the fuck did happen over there? The man was a full Nem Trapper. Well, Nem Trapper it was. It was dead. Only 2 minutes on the clock, right? This one we knew we could hit as well. Is this Nem Trap a thing on defense? Wouldn't really say so. This time, don't stun this one. No, you stun the other one this time. God damn it. Actually kind of hurts. Don't kill it. Thank you. No, this takes so much time. Well, more issues than taking time. They're killing my ass. This kind of feels like the Vent Hunt that I had against me in... the Siege. He doesn't have any buffs, so there's nothing for me to steal. If he shoots... Does it kill? No, that hits! Okay, I'll just let it run out. Man, we hit this guy like 4 or 5 times on the final hit. It doesn't work anymore. That's lame. That's lame. I would say offense is definitely not bad. It was able to hit a whole bunch of things, but it was not hitting things super fast. Like, comparing that to a Diana kind of cleave, Diana cleave is always just straight up faster. I also did not really... a lot of offense I could have done Lamilla team, but I showcased the Lamilla team like a million times already as well, so... For that reason was just decided not to go that much on that one as well. But I think it might be a rank 2 or 3. That's very good odds that it is a rank 2 or 3. But yeah, it was definitely a fun rush. So I'll once again showcase the runes after. Unless someone had a defense success at the end, which I kind of doubt that anyone would go for a def success and then actually leaving towards the end. Nope, G3 it is. G3 it is. The defense actually didn't do that bad, the defense that I had at the start with the Nefties, because normally Nigong is so fucking bad. Wait, what's... He had G2? Oh, I guess he switched out. Yeah, Nigong is really ass in this. But the defense I had earlier, normally I don't put Neftis on defense because my Neftis is in offense, but since I had the possibility of Neftis in defense right now, it actually was kind of a fun tryout as well. But yeah, for the offense, once again, runes. This one was not fully in tune on a 23 and a 24. So making this in tune is kind of hard because this is already a pretty good set. I would have been able to put more speed if I didn't go shield in here, but the shield sets are not even that bad. Like, legit, not even that bad. I could potentially... Could I have done this? Oh, that one was on the Triton. I could have done this for 1 extra speed, but then I had 0 attack on this, and that would have kind of sucked as well. This was the stats on the Light series, also damage or like extra speed ups, and this one was also more speed ups. With this nice 27 sitting over there. So yeah, not a bad rush. Was actually fun to do a rush without a Nefties for change.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.